Austin, good to see you. A fun topic today. 5 retirement costs that keep climbing. Rising costs can throw a monkey wrench in anyone's well-laid plans. Preparing now can help you protect your nest egg. So check out this article that I was reading recently, Austin, and let's tick through those expenses. Number one, healthcare expenses. This is the most unpredictable expense. And as a reminder, Medicare doesn't cover everything.
Yeah, this is a really good reminder because frankly, right, healthcare and retirement and healthcare at any point of our life is really a inelastic need. And what that simply means is we need to take care of it, right? We can't really choose whether we want to or not, right? It's not like buying a new car. And number two, I would say in this category is it is exactly correct to state that Medicare doesn't cover everything, right? We need to be thinking about, long-term care. What does that cost today? What does that cost potentially to be in the future? And how are we going to fund it should we need it, right? The data tells us that 7 out of 10 retirees will need some sort of long-term care within their remaining lifetime, right? So this is certainly well worth considering.
Absolutely. Next, we have home modifications for aging in place. According to AARP, 3/4 of adults age 50 plus want to stay in their current home as they age.
I see no argument there, and I would be the exact same if I was in that category. I think it's common sense and frankly totally understandable. Many folks want to remain at home in some form or fashion, right? Rather than having to kind of uproot their lives
Right.
and go into an assisted living facility. But with that, we need to be realistic of what does that potentially look like, right? Maybe that's remodeling and creating a first floor master suite, right? Maybe it's adding ramps or staircases or chair lifts or widening doorways, right? Any one or all of these things, right, may need to be done. And of course, there's a significant cost with that. And certainly we need to be able to factor that in if our wish is to stay in place at home.
Right. Right. Number three, we have car expenses. I don't care what your age is. Everybody feels this one.
Yep, totally agree there. I think if anybody's seen one of those shiny stickers lately on a new car, you can certainly understand this one. But the reality is, right, as we age, many of us continue to drive. And as we're living longer, that experience of driving is getting longer and longer as well. So we need to factor in a new car, and whether it's new or used, I'm meaning new to you, right? It doesn't have to be new, of course, but the reality is it is a huge cost in retirement, and we need to plan for it. I mean, all of us can think pre-COVID, what that kind of situation did to car prices, astronomically more expensive now than they were just 5 or 6 years ago.
Right. All right. Number four, we have health insurance premiums and property taxes. These two almost rising exponentially every year.
Yeah, this is, I think, a little secret kind of hidden cost. I think that
Yeah.
many people overlook is, home insurance and property taxes remain even if the house is paid off, right?
Right.
So as
Yes.
we get into retirement, many folks, that goal is to, hey, I want to be mortgage free. And that is a worthy goal, no doubt about it. But just understand that depending on where you live and what these figures could be, these two alone, home insurance and property taxes, could be a significant portion of
Mhm.
monthly cash flow, right? Perhaps 10,000 or more per year, depending on location. But
Right.
very important to consider this cost.
Right. And on that note, we do have relocation costs for those people who do want to chase the grandkids or retire somewhere else. And even just the moving expenses too. I mean, I've never moved for less than $7,000.
Yeah, and I think this is one that we all are familiar with it. It can add up
Yeah.
so quickly, right?
Right.
Between the actual moving, the materials, the trucks, the unpacking. I mean, it just adds up in a hurry, like many things in life. And that is very true. And I think another hidden cost, besides the upfront visible costs that we all see is what are things like state income tax rates, right? What
Mhm.
does healthcare in that area look like? What is local taxes? And perhaps I know something here in North Carolina that I was unfamiliar with, did not have experience with when I moved here from Pennsylvania was we have vehicle property taxes here each year. That was something new to me, right? So you may want to get familiar with those sorts of items because let's say we're spending $100,000 net per year, right? That's our annual budget. Well, a state like Delaware has no sales tax, right? So that could mean 5, 6, 7% less that we would have to pay on a consumption basis on everything we buy. So those types of taxes are kind of the hidden costs, but we surely want to be aware of the upfront. What is it actually going to take me to move from, say, North Carolina to Tennessee?
Right. So much to consider. It's clear that you live in this world, Austin. These expenses may not surprise you, but I think for most of us who are trying to build a retirement budget, you can see why some of these pop out of the woodwork. If somebody would like to sit down with you, make sure that all of these costs are accounted for, what's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, certainly you can give us a call at 919-322-4113 or send us an email at info@patriotwealthnc.com.
Great. Austin, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.